Welcome to 3 with Z with me, Rob Gosovich. This is a podcast where a couple of friends get together and talk about pop culture, current events, and whatever's on our mind for the week. Joining me as always is my friend, my buddy, Rosencrantz to my Guildenstern. How you doing, Christian Z?
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. You know, I was thinking about this every time I do the "Hey, how you doing, Christian?"
Yeah.
You know, remember the thing on SNL where it was like the two ladies in Vermont doing a radio show?
Yeah.
That's how I feel. How you doing, Christian?
Oh, nice. Yeah, well, that's fine. I'm just still banged up. I'm not back to square one yet. We will discuss it later.
Yeah, apparently not, because I called you. You were 5 minutes late. I give you a call.
Tony,
You say-
I fucking was waiting for this.
You say-
He's starting the first day. I'm late. Tony Walker's here, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, today.
Hi, Tony.
Hey, guys.
Happy Father's Day, Tony.
Oh, happy
thank
Father's
you.
Day.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Back
That's
to the
very
more
nice.
important thing.
Here's the important thing. So I call you. You say, "Hey, I'm right up the block."
Yeah, which
You-
I was.
You showed up 10 minutes later. What fucking block are you driving
Hempstead
on?
Turnpike. It was terrible.
That's not a fucking
Yo,
block.
Tony, I'm going to tell you this because I knew this
That's a
driving
wild
here.
block.
The turnpike is crazy.
I knew driving here that he was seething at the moment for this day because Rob is late every day and I'm always here 15 minutes early. The one day I have to take care of myself. God forbid.
I don't care that you're late. That's fine. I get mad about I'm a block away.
I was a block away. I was passing the BP over when you go over the Wantagh. It's a bad turnpike. He
It's
has
not a block.
traumatic issues, Tony, from when I used to be notorious for being hours late to places, but then I became a responsible adult. But
nice.
I used to text him like when I was coming, like, I'm on the Meadowbrook because the Meadowbrook separates our houses.
Oh, okay.
So, but I was never really on the Meadowbrook.
Still at his house.
I'm on the Meadowbrook means I just woke up. Yeah, that meant I just rolled out of bed. Yeah. But I'm happy you got your win here. Yeah, I was late today.
He's concerned about you. I think that's
He's
nice.
not. It's all about him. The smirk when I pulled into the parking lot, the smile he had. But yes, thank you, Rob. Yeah.
But it's summertime. The solstice just passed.
Mind you, he called me at 1:06, which means he was still 6 minutes late. I just want to put that on the record.
I was here. I was here 2 minutes before we were supposed to start.
1:04 is late. If you're not early, you're late. Okay, back to. I'm sorry.
But so summer solstice. Mm-hmm. It's that time of year where I start wanting to dress like I'm Jamie Kennedy in Romeo and Juliet. You know, just like open shirts.
That's an interesting style.
I think that's the style. Maybe not the huge baggy pants, but like the chains and the open shirts.
Aren't they all dressed like that though?
Yeah.
He's just. It's very noticeable on him.
He's just the one that I think about.
Got you. Yes.
Well, because I couldn't be like. I'm not Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm not.
Definitely not. Yeah.
Right. I'm not the guy who plays Mercutio. But I could be Jamie Kennedy. I could. That's something I could shoot for. Or Jamie Kennedy's like lame friend that's in the car with him in the beginning of the movie.
I've only seen that movie once,
I'd highly
but I
recommend
can
watching it again.
reference. I know the exact outfit you're talking about from that movie. But yeah.
I mean, it's a fucking look. But
That's your summer outfit pick.
yeah, that's what I'm imagining for this
As
summer.
long as you don't come to my wedding next year like that, we're fine. Imagine we did the Romeo and Juliet themed.
Oh, dude, she could wear like the little angel thing.
Yep. And I
you
look
could wear
just
your
like Leo
armor.
as it is anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, I think that's a good look.
Yeah. All right, go into. How have you been? Before we get into me, because it's going to be a long time.
I've been great. You know, it's summertime.
Yeah.
There's a strawberry festival out east that was a mess every year. Have you ever gone picking strawberries?
No. Why would I do that?
But people pay a lot of money to go sit in the dirt and be hot. It's crazy.
Coming. A guy with a girl, like she wanted.
Oh,
to,
it's something she would want to do.
yeah, I
But
mean,
like pumpkin picking's okay.
it's a waste of time anyway.
But it's cool.
No,
Like,
it's not.
I'm
I'm disagreeing with you.
No,
So
I'm
strong
saying,
at
I'm
all
saying
this.
it's physically cool.
Oh,
Like it's
okay.
in the fall. Apple picking is fine. You're just walking around some trees. But like strawberry picking is hard labor. You know,
It's a pain in the ass.
you're down in the dirt. They strawberries have thorns.
No.
And like you're covered in juice. It's the most miserable.
So you're paying to be their day laborer.
Yeah.
Do you get to keep the strawberries?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Keep
All right.
whatever you pick.
I'm paying to work here for a day. Yeah. No, we did. We did pumpkin picking. We've done the apple one at White Post Farms, and she really loves pickles. We could not get into Pickle Fest 3 years ago. You ever been to Pickle Fest?
No, but it sounds like something I should.
Green
look
Lawn,
into.
Long Island, is notorious for
their pickles.
They were a pickle farm. Pickle Fest is done there every year. Believe it or not, it was like Tony. Have you ever heard of this before? Pickle Fest at Green Lawn.
I have.
It's like tailgating a Giant game. I'm really not exaggerating
Really?
at all, dude. The line I got there 45 minutes late because I thought it was I'm going to a pickle
pickles,
festival.
yeah.
I could show up whenever the fuck I want. The line was around the block, and we did not get in. She was very upset about it. But they have different stands from all over the country. But like, yeah, that's like the what's the big Daytona? Not Daytona. Bike Week in
Sturgis.
Sturgis. Yeah, it's like the Sturgis for pickles. Yeah, but I'm a little upset. We're still getting we haven't had a real good June in a while. Like, we've had a few decent days here, but today is a prime example of the fucking weather we've been. These Junes are just terrible.
Yeah,
the last 4 Junes have been dog shit.
I mean, this whole spring's been pretty bad, but it was nice this weekend though.
Nice.
It was beautiful.
Well, I'm happy you picked strawberries and you had a lovely weekend.
Oh, I didn't pick strawberries.
Well, I was fighting for my
couldn't
life
pay me.
here. Fighting for my life every day.
But speaking of tailgating, so our topics this week are going to be.
It's itchy as all hell. That's the.
You're right.
We'll get into it after.
We were going to talk about the World Cup and more broadly, just the summer of sport that New York is having. And then but I can't ignore. Just
No.
Take your hat off. We'll just talk about
the reason
it.
I also did that, my head is extremely itchy. It's going to be itchy forever. But I did it. I didn't want a big reveal here. You just made me do like a big reveal.
I
You
didn't
did the
make it.
complete
You
opposite of
took
what I
your hat
wanted to. I was trying to subtly take my hat off at different times so that like it wasn't going to be when we talked about the hair transplant that I was going to do this fucking big reveal.
I'm sorry. Well, leave it off. What are you doing?
No, I also bought a brand new hat. I'm going to get my money's worth for it, which I will explain.
Well, you can't blame me for being startled when you take your hat off because I have known you for a long time, and it's a big difference.
I have some comments about people have given different comments about the hairline already, but we will go into the World Cup first. I want your opinions on.
I can't focus on what I
You
was.
just want me to get into it? All right, we'll get into the World Cup after and all of the sports. Oh, by the way, New York Knicks are NBA champions. We have to get into that.
It's been ridiculous.
It was a wonderful. That was the only nice experience I've had in the past 2 weeks was having that team win. All right, so my topic for the day, obviously, I'm going to get into it. I got a hair transplant, which we also talked about on the Knock 'em Dead comedy show with Tony Walker. We discussed it the week before I left, and that's why we skipped last week because I was recovering in a fucking hole. I was dying. So I made the decision to get a hair transplant. The reason why, I'm an egotistical piece of shit, and I'm very vain, and I always wanted a nice full head of hair. So the way I decided to deal with that was by torturing myself for the past 2.5 weeks, I would say. I made all the arrangements. I would say 6 months ago we started talking about it. I told you I was going to do it.
I mean, you've been talking about it for years.
I have always talked about it.
You've been talking about it since Tom Brady got his.
Yes. Well, if that was when I started mentioning it, I've been thinking it a lot longer.
Yeah, that's when you finally spoke your dreams out loud.
Some of my friends get irritated with me. I could spot a hair transplant a mile away that other people can't. I look for it in certain actors. There's certain actors I like. You're gonna laugh at me. There's a paper down with certain hairlines that I wanted. I asked for Jake Gyllenhaal's. I don't think it looks like Jake Gyllenhaal yet. I'm hoping it does. But there's certain actors that could spot it.
So wait, so you go into it like you might bring a picture to a barber. You're like, I want to look like this.
I sent files and files and files. I sent Gyllenhaal in Prisoner specifically. Brad Pitt in Fury was one, and just Tom Brady at different points in his career. This one he has now is way unattainable. He has like the holy grail of hair transplants. McConaughey is another one who has a very good hair transplant. There's certain ones that have. I could spot it differently, but there's certain characters in movies. I made this joke. There's 2 things I've always wanted to do, and I couldn't do it because of only the hair limitation. I want to, next time I go to the beach, which will be next summer, I can't be in the sun for this summer, but I've always wanted to take off my shirt, run into the water, dive under the water, come out, and just shake my head. Yes, that's one. And I've always I'm a sucker for a good fight scene where the guy with the cool hair, he beats somebody up and then he's on top of them and you can tell the guy is given everything he's got and then he stops the fight and he just runs his hand through like his hair. I could never have done either one of those things. In 1 year, everybody, watch out. It's coming. Both those things are coming. But
another hair dream I have is when like someone uses like pomade or something to like slick their hair back like real hard.
Yeah.
and then they go out like drinking or something, and then it's just a fucking mess.
Yeah, that's another one.
That's like the best hair look, I think.
Yeah.
And it's achievable now.
It's achievable. I hope. So the process overall, so it was the worst experience of my entire life. I'm tattooed all over my body. I'm used to like my
you have tattoo on your head, right?
what?
You have a tattoo on your head, right?
No, I have it on my neck here.
Well, that's your head.
Actually,
it's behind your ear.
it's behind my ear.
Like-
so yeah, it's in a weird spot.
I can't imagine it would be worse than that.
That tattoo is so small and it was so fast. Eventually you when you get a certain amount of tattoos, you can basically time it out in your head how long you're going to be in the seat. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
it's just you're used to it. And like, oh, are you outlining right now? You could tell if they're shading certain things. I've been tattooed. I have tattoos on my chest, my legs, arms. This sleeve total was probably 6 hours in the seat. I was ready for it. Like I'm a perfect candidate for that, and I do think I have a good pain tolerance. I flew in Monday to Chicago. I went to a West Indian Caribbean restaurant, which may not have been the right move. I had a good.
What was why Chicago and not Turkey?
All right, so
everybody I've told has been we didn't go to Turkey.
Okay. Turkey is known for the plastic. Right now, it's the plastic surgery capital of the world. You can get a hair transplant for substantially cheaper in Turkey than you can here. Like I had a discussion with somebody whose significant other manages a plastic surgery place here that I went to. They quoted me between $6,000 and $8,000 for the grafts I wanted. I got 2,500 grafts. They told me 6 to 8. When I went for the consultation, I sat down. I was so excited. We sat down. I did all my lineup pictures with the laser and everything like that. And then she came back in and she quoted me 14.5 for the same amount. And I said, you wasted my time here. Like, I'm not even being mean to you, but you doubling it is, I expected to pay probably 10. I'm like,
Right.
you going over that's ridiculous. So I was really down about it. So when I went home, I spoke to Jess, and I was like, look, we're going to shave my head today because I'm just so tired of it. I've done a consultation with every place. I had a list of phone. People were calling me, offering me quotes. It was a nightmare. The last one clinic called me at 7:30, and they said, I sent them 3 pictures. They're in Chicago. Chicago and Miami in this country are the place to go for the, they're building up as like the hair transplant places. You can get it. Good quality work there for substantially less than here. Normal baseline, you're paying $20,000 to $25,000 in New York to do a hair transplant. In Chicago, it's a little less. Miami, it's a little less. They're around the same. Like me, I paid $8,700 for the 2,500 grafts. Mind you, I could have gotten for $8,700 in Turkey. I could have gotten my ass done. Like you can get, it would have been a full, like it would have probably been in Turkey. I would somewhere in the mid 4s what I got. So it's essentially like half.
Right.
My thing, and thank God I didn't do it, is I don't like flying. I'm not a flyer. I don't like the process. I fucking hate the TSA. I got into an argument with TSA coming back after the transplant, which I'll get into. Please remind me of that one. I find them to be fucking ridiculous. They're horrible people. But when
They're doing a hard job.
they're
for
not.
minimum
Then don't
wage.
do it. Then don't do it. I'm so I do the worst job in the world, and I do it every day. And I fucking I'm so tired.
You don't have to deal with the public.
I deal with the public every day.
Not the way the TSA does.
Every day. Don't like your job, get a new one. That's the way I look at it. Okay. Back to this. So that flight was a bloodbath for me. I didn't like the flight there to Chicago. It was an hour and 45 minutes. We got it done in like an hour and 20. I don't like flying. I fucking hate it. I'm not scared of it. It's just I don't like processes. That's also why I don't like the TSA. I don't like being told what to do. I don't like waiting in lines. I'm a control freak, and I don't like to be in control 100% of the time. A flight is you're giving control away to somebody else the whole time. So I landed in Chicago on Monday. I got Caribbean food, West Indian food, whatever it was. Went to sleep. I wake up 7 o'clock in the morning. They started this. So the first thing they do is we went all the general discussions. I finally met the people I was talking to on the phone. You are on your stomach, so the exact chair you're in for like a dentist or a tattoo, all those medical chairs, they're the same.
Right, I was imagining like a massage table. Not quite.
No, not quite. It's literally a tattoo chair. It's the exact same chair they were in. You're laying flat on your stomach. It's 3 hours, the first round. They extract all the hair from the back of your head here. So the first step is they take hair from the back, okay? It's weird. It feels like a burning sensation. So they hit you with lidocaine all over. The issue becomes there are some people who bleed a lot, and there's some people who aren't bleeders. I also had a few drinks the night before. I had some Surfsides with my oxtail. I was bleeding like a stuck pig. So when someone's hitting you with lidocaine, if you keep bleeding it out, you're getting feeling back. So I had 3 hours on my stomach. I got a few breaks in between where I asked them, because you're in a crucifix position laying on your stomach. So your neck is hurt in each spot. A lot of the pain from the transplant.
No, they don't have, it's not like a massage table where you can put your face down? And
no.
That's ridiculous.
It's fucking brutal. No, there's a hole where you put your face, but it's not as comfortable. Coming from a guy who's gotten massages in his life, it is not the same. It's to say a massage table is you're way off.
Okay.
So your neck is in odd positions because they're going from both sides on the back here. They're getting and they graft and pull. They burn.
Right. They're ripping your skin off.
Your skin off, and they're taking the follicle. So that was 3 hours. Then I got a 10-minute break. I'm standing up. I walk around. I started to feel nauseous on that second round. The second part's the worst. You're sitting upright, but your neck is like this. You're propped up, because the most important thing is not your comfort. It's them.
Yeah.
It's them doing their It's their comfort, to believe it or not. So they cut in the incisions first. So what they do is they chart you out, and they do 2,500 cuts all through there to map out everything. You don't feel that, but you hear it. You hear the blade going in. You hear it's fucking nauseating. So there's 2 times, and you're bleeding like a pro wrestling match. You're bleeding. They're wiping.
I've seen you bleed from your head. You have a gusher of a head.
Dude, I'd be a great hardcore wrestler. I'd be selling tickets left and right. So I'm bleeding. They're wiping. I started to take more breaks on the second round because it's another 3 hours of that. So then they're telling you as you're getting closer and closer. You also hear the technicians counting the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're counting all the cuts they're making. So I go, I need another break. And I wipe my face. I sit forward, and she goes, oh, like we're buying you lunch. So immediately I knew. I'm like, okay, that's like a hair transplant thing. They all sell you on that. Every place I told you that I talked to on the phone, they're like, oh, it's great. Like when you're halfway through, like we buy you lunch. So I took the lunch when I wasn't halfway through. I was probably like a quarter of the way done. I'm like, I need some food and I need a break. I'm bleeding all over the place. So I purposely knew I wasn't going to eat. So they gave me an iPad to order from this place called Potbelly's. I guess it's like Chicago's like Subway or Jersey Mike's.
Okay.
I knew I was not going to eat anything there. But when I said, I was like, you guys are paying for it and ordering it? Yeah. I ordered 2 sandwiches, a side of mac and cheese, fries. I ordered my dinner for that night. I knew when I got home I was going to eat it. So I ordered the food. I walked around. I pretended I had to go take a shit so I can go vape in the bathroom. Very bad. I come back. We do the second half, which is the last half, which is them putting the hair into the incision marks. Mind you, I started taking more and more breaks as we got closer, and I got very angry at the technician. They rotate them in 2s. So they have 2 go in because their job, you have no idea how meticulous our job is. I'm like, I do a job very similar to yours, where I do the same fucking thing, same day, Monday through Friday. They're laying the hairs in. You're in extreme pain. Part of you, which is similar to a tattoo, you start to heal, and like your body is sore as opposed to feeling the cut of the incision anymore. So part of your head is sore, your neck is killing you, you're nauseous, it's exhausting, it's terrible. And then I said I was like, how close are we? She goes, oh, you're like 3/4 there. We have like another like 20 minutes to a 40, depending on how fast we get these in. And I'm like, all right, great. Like I need a break. And she said this to me. She goes, the more breaks you take, the longer this is going to be. And I said, yeah, cunt, I know how time works. I need the break. I paid you almost 10 grand. I could take a break whenever the fuck I want.
She had a weird name.
Cunt. Long story short, we wrapped it up. The first picture I took there, which I showed to Rob, it looks disgusting. It's a horror. I put it up there on the on Instagram for everyone to see there. That's my first picture out. Now, the recovery was terrible because I got back to the hotel. This is where I made errors. You have to sleep upright for the first 5 days to a week, which seems a lot easier when someone tells you that you're going to do it.
That doesn't sound easy to me at all. That sounds easy to you?
So many nights I woke up like on my side. So I used an airplane pillow, and then I propped 2 pillows behind my back, and then like I would wake up like a little leaned over. I'm like, oh, I don't want the grafts to go. I don't want to lose any grafts. But I don't want to lose anything. And then you have scabbing all to the top of your head. What happened was I took a flight within 8 hours, which I shouldn't have done. So when
so you drank before, you're vaping during it.
Vape during the whole thing.
And then you flew right after when you're not supposed to. So you did everything that you're not supposed to do.
No, I wouldn't say everything, but there was no way I wasn't going to vape during that whole process. 8 hours. I don't think I could go 8 hours without vape. Just right now, it's not possible in my life. But the flight is what really did me, because you swell right when they wrap up. The swelling comes around your head. I said I looked like the yellow bastard from Sin City. And then what it does is it just lowers each day depending on how you're icing it. I was in so much agonizing pain because I was on 2 different antibiotics. You're sick as a dog. I didn't eat that day after because I was so nauseous and sick. Jess was going to drive to Chicago to take care of me.
It's a long drive.
We've done it. It's a long one. I explained that to her. I'm like, you have no idea what you just offered.
You have no idea how long Pennsylvania is.
When I was on the flight, I noticed we were like halfway through. I got a lot of like swelling here. It dipped down into my face here. Like my cheeks were bad. And I got this popping in my ears. And I'm like, what the fuck is...
Oh, you were getting fluid in your...
I got fluid in both my ear canals. So when I got back from the airport, I was very, very sick. She took me home. She took care of me that night. And I did start to feel better. I was taking some medication. I just noticed I still can't hear in this ear. I noticed it was very painful. And then when we got to... what day was the championship game? Sunday? Was it a Sunday? Saturday or a Sunday, right?
Saturday.
Saturday, right? Yes. Yes, Saturday. So we got to that Saturday. I was just icing my face and just sitting upright, sleeping. I woke up to a big pop in my ear, shooting pain on this left one, and I went to the hospital. I went to the hospital with my brother-in-law. Like, oh, you went to the hospital for an ear infection? I'm like, you fucking piece of shit. I got there. They told me I had an outer ear infection from the pressure, and there was a cyst burst inside my ear.
Jesus.
I am just hating my life at this point.
What did you do to yourself?
It wasn't worth it.
Do you feel good about it, though?
Long story short, I got on the right antibiotics. But the first thing, you know what the first thing they said to me in the hospital was? So they go, you are on the right antibiotics for this type of infection. There is nothing we can do. And I was like, oh, okay, all right, no problem. I was like, there's no line you could, because I know if they run you on antibiotics intravenously, like it works better.
Yeah.
She goes, no, we can't do that at the ER. And I was like, okay, no problem. She goes, do you want oxycodone? And I said, I'm like, you're the reason millions of people died in the early 2000s. That the first words out of your mouth are like, here, do you want some oxycodone? And I'm like, no, I don't. So the doctor did tell me, like, they're like, we can give you Tylenol 5. And I'm like, okay, like I'll do Tylenol 5 as long as that doesn't affect any drug tests or anything like that. And they're like, no, it doesn't. And they didn't write me a prescription to get more of it. So you know what the doctor says to me? They're like, oh, if you want to take ibuprofen 8 or Tylenol 5, all you have to do is just take 800 milligrams of ibuprofen or take the 1,000 milligrams of Tylenol at home. Just don't overdose. And I'm like, you are the reason people died. Millions of people died in the early 2000s. But long story short, with the healing process of this, all right, to take the hat off again. The 2,500 grafts here on my head, the healing process, this was all scabbed. I would say I held the scabs for not as long as most people. You have to do a pat wash where you're pouring a cup over your head, and the scabs are supposed to come out naturally. I lost all my scabs on like the 5th day. Now, this hair, the donor hair from the back here, all my hair grew in the back again. Like, the back looks pretty solid, I would say.
Yeah, I was expecting to see
that thick. Healed relatively. I'm saying in the first, and once again, that's only extraction, so it's not as bad. But that healed in a few days here. Now, here, if you look at the top of my head, this hair, the donor hair, could fall out. And the new hair will come back in with the follicles they've implanted. Some guys hold it, some guys don't. Now, mind you, ready, my hairline, I see spots on there where I've lost and it has to grow back, but it's a lot thinner than where. Mind you, a lot of these hairs are underneath and they do have to grow in. The healing process for this was between 12 and 15 months, they said. So my wedding is in 12 months. I should be good.
15 months?
15 months total for full results. I've seen a lot of guys who get full results between 5 and 6, which is pretty good. Some 2 and 3. It all depends on how your hair grows. My hair does grow very fast. Like, I've already had a haircut to, like, clean up the sides and everything. It's, overall, I'm going to tell people this, once again, unless I have the best, unless I look like George Clooney in a year, and I tell you guys, don't do it. Like, the other big part of this I said, and I'll say this to Tony because we talked about this, they shaved my head to do this. And I had the moment where they shaved my head and I sat up in the chair and I looked at myself and I'm like, oh, I kind of fucking like the way my head looks shaved.
I think I said that to you.
Yeah, like, I mean, your hair is really close right now. It looks good.
Yeah.
Yep, it does.
Like,
yeah. I mean, we're going to see.
For all your worries about having I mean, it looks big on the monitor, but it looks fine in person.
I still even have swelling here in my forehead, I've noticed. Like, I still have some fluid here. But what my dad hit me with a nasty line. So some of the comments from people, ready? First one was, wow, that's a straight hairline. That's not what you want to hear. You don't want straight hair. I got told I have a black man's hairline, which it was so cool for a minute. My dad did say to me, he goes, you're teetering on Stephen A. Smith hairline, which is the meanest thing that man has ever said to me. But he was laughing with it. It'll even out a little bit depending on where it grows in, but we'll walk through this whole process. Once again, guys who are dealing with male pattern baldness, really think about the decision. All the videos I watched, me personally, before this, and I've watched a lot of them, they do not go into the details of how, like, even testimonials on YouTube, a lot of guys really don't get into how painful it is. The healing process is fucking grueling. I'm still going through it. I can't hear out of this ear still. I'm fucking miserable.
I was surprised that you didn't bring the hairline. I was half expecting it to be like down
No,
to your eyebrows.
no.
Like, that's what I was really
In all
expecting
honesty,
you to do.
the way you do it, when you tell them to make it look natural, they line your hair line up for where it should be. Like, I picked where it should be at like 40, because if I would have pushed it, I would say, like, I have a 4-finger forehead right now. If I pushed it and made it 3, it's so shockingly noticeable how fake it is. I'm telling you, like, I was reasonable about it. That's why.
That's what I was praising you for your restraint.
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting you to be reasonable about it.
That's when you see guys like. Have you ever spotted, like, you've seen people where you know, like, oh my god, that's not their real hair.
Yeah.
My look, I want to look like I reinforced my hair. I cleaned up my hairline. I reinforced the top, and I'll never lose this hair. So, like, it'll be like, I was very reasonable about it. You know what I'm saying? So, mind you, overall, when I even like with this haircut, like when they fade it, like I faded it 3 days ago, so I'm overdue for it again. I did like a skin fade into this. I even liked that haircut. So we'll see how it goes. Mind you, this is going to be a long process. I have lost some around here as well. That has to come back in. It's going to be a battle, my friend, but we'll keep you posted the whole way.
Well, watching you just touch your head like
that's also another weird process. When the first time you lay your head on a pillow and you don't have your hair anymore, it's really, really weird. That's a weird sensation. The other one is reaching up and just touching the donor hair, which is going to fall out again anyway. Like shaping your hairline with your fingers, like feeling it. Like, oh my god, oh, there's a spot missing. It's falling out here. It's like, it's a brutal process. I hated every fucking bit of it. My TSA thing, quick.
Yeah, please.
So I'm wrapped. They wrapped the back of my head in a bandage. They wrapped the front in the day before. I have a hat on that they gave me, a dollar store regular black baseball cap. I warned TSA when I was handing the passport in on the first round before the check. I said to the guy very nicely, I said, Nixon 5. I said, I got a hair transplant. They're going to scan my head. I go, am I going to have to remove my hat in front of all these people? He goes, no, brother, I would never do that to you. I go, all right, thank you. Cool, I appreciate it. He didn't take account for the big bitch that was at the other end.
I'm not going to make you do it.
So
she's going to make you do it.
This is how stupid their system is, right? You know when you go through the thing and you put your hands like this?
Yeah.
Okay? Now I really know how it works. I have a metal plate in this hand. So I went like this, okay? I turn, they go like that, and then they pull me out, and this big fucking bitch, she goes to me, she goes, did you get in a car accident? And I thought I was doing the right thing. I should have said it because she would have let me right fucking through. I said, no, I got a hair transplant. And she goes, step to the side. And I'm like, why? She goes, you have metal in your head. I go, don't have metal in my head. I go, when you took the picture of me like this, I have a metal plate right here. She goes, you didn't tell him you have a metal plate in your thing. I go, yes, I did. I tell everybody I have a metal plate in this hand. She goes, okay. She goes, remove the hat. And I go, I can't take the hat off. I go, I can't take the hat off. She goes, you are not going to dictate this. And I go, I just told you right now what we're doing. She goes, all right, well, they're going to have to take you in another room to pat you down. I said, fine, but I'm not removing my hat. And she just, she turned and grabbed, fuck you, you're not going to dictate this. They're not real fucking cops. I'm sick of this bullshit. I hate them more than ICE. I do. That is a fucking bullshit job. Bullshit job. Fuck you. Sorry, I'm done.
It's ridiculous.
She would take your hat off. No, I'm not.
Oh, did I take you to the other room?
No, I just spoke to the other guy again. I went back to him. I'm like, who is this fucking twat here? You said it was going to be nice and easy. I told you I had a hair transplant. Do I look like the bad guy right now? Do I?
Every time I go through TSA, I always get the pat down.
You kind of look like you. I'm not that guy. You look like you could be mailing bombs.
But every time I've gone to Europe, I get the...
Like, they're also
I get scanned. And
you also look like... yeah.
I look like I'm up to something.
Yes. Yeah. So... that was my journey for the week.
You got a towel wrapped around your head, of course.
That's right. But in all honesty with this, if there was a terrorist that was that dedicated to his craft that he went to get a hair transplant to hide a bomb underneath the bandage.
Well, you could just be lying about the hair transplant.
Do I look like I'm the problem? Oh, that sounded real bad. Oh, shit. All right. We might have to do our first edit. Oh, God. Uh-oh. Rob got me going. You know those debates we talk about at night? That was almost one of them. All right, let's get into the World Cup before I get an FCC violation.
Speaking of hair transplants, have you seen Donovan's hair transplant?
Which one? McNabb? Donovan McNabb?
No, the soccer player.
All right, first of all, you want to see the best hair transplant in the world. Soccer players are the best. Brady has a soccer player hair transplant.
But he was wispy, and he looks great now when he's on TV.
It over time it gets better and better and better the more hair that grows in. And the more
I think he must have done it like after he retired.
Yeah. I've seen it with Rooney, the soccer player. He got one,
which is weird because I felt like his whole look was being bald.
A lot of the problem with I think those guys who want to get it done too. It's the recovery time. Like I was only supposed to miss 3 days. Total, like I wanted to go back the next day, and they tell you that they're like you can go back to work in 2 days. That's a lie, dude. I was out for 10 fucking days, 10 days. But the healing process and like the way it's going to look for the next year. That's why a lot of people pick and choose their spots. Who is the quarterback for the New Orleans Saints? Drew Brees. He got one after he retired. Cowboy Cerrone he got a really good one.
Did he?
Yeah, no, his looks very, very good. A lot of the fighters are getting it now. Like Tony Ferguson got one. He's on the ads for Bosley all the time. He's the Bosley guy now, which is he had a terrible hairline. Masvidal did it a different way than me. You can shave the head and get it done, or you could. I didn't even know the other option. Leave your growing hair, and then they just do the transplant in the spots that are missing. That looks so bizarre. I'd rather just shave the head. You know what I'm saying?
I had no idea that Masvidal ever did anything to his hair.
So if you pull your hairline back in knotting and braiding a lot like he did, your hairline's going to suffer from it. So he just filled in like the two wolves things here, but it's dead straight. It looks bizarre, but yeah. I mean, we'll continue to talk about it as the next 15 months go on, as it gets better and better and better. Tony, you got a first. All right, there's evidence of what I look like now 2 weeks after, 2 weeks to the day, and we'll just keep.
I'm also very upset. I wanted pictures every day.
The problem was also, Tony, you know what he did? So in my most vulnerable moments there, being a guy who suffers from balding, the phone call I got was him and my friend Guillermo, the other one here. Just when I answered the phone, it wasn't a hello. They just started incredibly laughing at me from the first 2 seconds on. The questions were all, "Why do you look like that?" Rob was definitely under the influence. "Why do you look like that right now? I didn't know it was going to look like that." I'm like, "Thanks, guys. I got to go back to sleep sitting up." I didn't sleep in the past 2 weeks. The last 3 nights, I've slept like a full night. Other than that, I was waking up every hour and a half from either being in an uncomfortable position or pain. So, speaking of pain, and for the third time, let's get into the World Cup.
All right, so the World Cup's going on. And I mean, the games have been great. America's doing really good. They almost have me thinking they could do it. They can't, but it's close. They look good enough that it makes you think maybe.
They do that every World Cup, though, for the most part. Remember the one the last World Cup when we were at
the 2 ago.
2 ago when we were at Jays. That was the worst loss I've ever taken in a sporting event and gambling. We like 9 of us planned on we were going to win that game against Portugal, and we were all going to call out of work for like the next 3 days. We had a plan, and when Ronaldo got the ball back and they didn't kick it into the stands and the time did not run out, I've never seen the air get deflated out of a room faster than that. That was the worst moment of my. That was one of the worst moments of my life. What Lionel Messi is doing right now is just godlike.
Yeah, he's incredible.
Ronaldo and him, they said their last World Cup was going to be the last one that they competed in. And just to see that, like, because people have been shitting, like, we've both spoke to my brother-in-law. He's a huge Ronaldo guy, huge Ronaldo dick rider, hates Messi. You can't, like, people have been shitting on Messi because he went to MLS and he's been putting up 6-7 goals a game. It's like him versus high school teams, which it is. But to then see him go back now, play for Argentina, and he's bucking.
Yeah, it's like people are on the field with him.
Yes.
It's incredible.
And I would like to take, I'm going to claim him here. Where's Lionel Messi from?
Argentina.
He's actually not.
Oh, where's he from?
He's actually Italian. So Lionel Messi's family immigrated to Argentina
Well,
after.
yeah.
Wait a minute, no. After World War II, I always wondered why I had a strong connection to Messi. Messi is Italian, my friend.
Now you're Italian.
What? Yes.
Sicilian.
So I'm abandoning my Sicilian heritage and jumping on board with the It just makes sense that I'm surprised people haven't jumped on board on that one yet too, where the Italians haven't tried to claim him as much as they really have.
Well, it's like the manager for Team USA is he's a Italian Argentinian.
Yeah, a lot of I do know my grandfather's family. There is family down there. A lot of people moved after World War II for yeah. I wonder why they left. Why would they have left? He's just what he's doing right now is amazing. I mean, if he wins, is he the best of all time? Then I mean,
I think so. I mean, maybe
Pele.
Yeah,
Pele is amazing too. My frustration comes with I just don't think the World Cup should be. We haven't even really gotten to the problem areas yet with doing it at the Meadowlands. And
I can't believe that they're going to have the finals at the Meadowlands.
It's going to be horrible. It's going to be the worst day for what I do. Wink, wink. Don't say what I do. I kind of blew it up a few weeks ago, but it's going to be arguably one of if the Knicks over the past month have been brutal. Even the watch parties for where I work have been flooded. The streets. I can't imagine the most popular sport in the world what it's going to be like. Because
I mean, remember SummerSlam went pretty smoothly.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Well, that was 80,000 people.
Not 80,000 people on the trains.
No,
You're comparing the most niche sport in the world to the most popular one.
It's the full stadium.
He just compared football, soccer, to pro wrestling as if the fan base is going to be the same.
Stadium only holds so many people.
Yeah, but how do they get there? That's what I'm concerned about. So, let's just say, for argument's sake, if I knew somebody who worked in the train world, say you have to take the train in to Penn Station, okay, under Madison Square Garden. Then you go to the most populated place in the world to then take it to the worst train system ever ran, which is Jersey Transit, which runs in and out of Penn at the back. I've done giant jet games where they're flooded, and that should be the limit of those trains. Now, on top of that, they're going to charge people more for those tickets. That's insane to me.
Do you remember how much we paid for the SummerSlam tickets? I have no idea.
You didn't pay for them.
No, but for the train.
We didn't pay for them. Why would we pay for the train?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. He doesn't even know how to read between the lines here. Why would we not pay for that? Yeah, no.
Well, good, because I was trying to. I've been. I was racking my brain trying to remember that because seeing the $100 ticket.
No, they haven't. They don't raise those normally. No, ready? So I'm gonna tell you the behind the scenes thing. I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy who really knows a lot about trains. What they do is on event trains like that. So what they'll do is they'll run you a Penn Station to Secaucus, then you transfer. There is no way you even buy a ticket for those trains because it's so flooded they can't even collect them. So you don't. Anyone who buys a ticket to a Jet or a Giant game, you are wasting your time. They're never going to check your tickets for Jersey Transit. It's not even that they're doing the wrong thing. It's not possible on those trains. It wasn't possible for the SummerSlam train to collect on that train because the conductor is getting the doors in the booth there in the cab. So it's not. These are going to be so bad. I don't know. They could gate, which means that when you get off the train there at the Meadowlands, they have people who are swiping your tickets. That's definitely what they have to do. But if you thought SummerSlam was that your worst train experience? Was that the
No, I thought it was great. I was really pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
The average Met game is way worse.
The Mets are another thing. So the Mets come off the mainline branch into Port Washington, which once again, I don't know how I know all this, but you stop at Mets Willets Point, Woodside, Mets Willets Point. You're on the smaller trains as well, so there's only 8 to 6 cars sometimes on there. They're not putting 12. You're screwed.
I mean,
they gate there.
Do you remember the train for Grand Slam at Arthur Ashe? Those trains were
flooded. That's a Port Wash train.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
That was just the City Field.
The problem is the congestion is going to be so bad that people are going to be backed up into Penn Station waiting for their shuttles to take them to New Jersey. That's where you're going to see the problems. It's going to be bad.
Have you been paying attention at all to the foreigners in America stuff on the internet?
No. What website do you
have? The Scottish people have never been to a tailgate.
Did you see they cleaned up after themselves?
Well, that was the Japanese.
No, the Scottish did too in Boston.
Oh, did?
Yeah.
Well, no. What I heard, they drank all the beer in Sam Adams
Yes.
Brewery.
Yep.
They drank the brewery out of beer.
Yep.
What are you gonna do?
Jess said to me, she goes, "Could we go to a tailgate with the Scottish people?" I'm like, "That's going to be a hard find there." But they cleaned up after themselves. They were talking about that the Boston city sanitation, or whatever. They left all their garbage in like designated spots. Like it was bizarre to them. They said like they made a mess, but
they're animals, but then they clean up after themselves.
They
It's
collectively
bizarre.
cleaned it up and put it into their own designated spots. And he goes, "This was like my easiest day of work ever." He said it was a good interview on Instagram. I saw him do it.
But
I don't think that's every culture though.
No.
I think if you get a fucking 4 or 5 gypsies in that group, those piles of garbage are going to be all over the place. Gypsy's not a bad word. I saw the look you gave me. Gypsy's not a bad word.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not a bad word.
It's a slur.
Is gypsy a bad word? Would you say gypsy's a bad word?
They're Romani.
They're gypsies.
Yeah, he's right.
Gypsy is not. Gypsy's not like saying the N word. It's not.
Oh no, it's not the N word, but
you gave me a look like I did.
It's in the same ball.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Fucking asshole. You said foreigners a few minutes ago. Have you been on the foreigners page?
Well,
Like you're the full MAGA guy. You right there. You've been on the foreigners page. What's the foreigners page?
well, no, it's because it's
The way you
it's a
said
wide-
foreigners is worse than the way I said
so-
gypsy. I said
so-
gypsy with nice kindness and respect. You said foreigners with a fucking tone.
Well, how should you international guests? How do you want me to refer to them?
Our international brothers from other continents.
So other than the Scots in Boston, the Japanese in Texas,
They were okay.
there's been a viral clip of the guy just screaming about how excited he is for Texas.
I saw that one. Yes.
They're taking shuttle buses to like Buc-ee's gas stations and stuff. They're just like experiencing America. It's really heartwarming to see people like enjoying America and just like really seeing what we are all about.
Oh yeah, it's also funny that like the dedication to travel to even just a semis match and another, like, because this is such a big country to like, because the finals are at the Meadowlands, but all these semis are all in different spots in the country. To see that, like, to see somebody's first experience, it's also pleasant because generally, like the Olympics and the World Cup, everybody's really like just in a good mood because it's very fun.
Yeah.
You know, but my experience with this, I had a funny moment. My wife, she said, who knows nothing about sports whatsoever, she goes, "Oh, the World Cup is here next week." This was the week before. I was like, yeah. She goes, "I didn't know we did that." And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, that like we had we do that. Like we're involved. We're involved in the experience.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've never heard sports is called an experience that you engage in. But I was like, wow, you're a girl. I never really thought about this. Like, I'm not that involved in soccer. Like MLS games I'll watch occasionally because they're on Apple TV now.
Yeah.
And like, I'm into the World Cup. But like, to watch English Premier League soccer, the only time I was really into it was when you're gambling because it's on early in the morning. And
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
if you
you have to be dedicated to it.
yeah, well, you're also a degenerate.
Yeah.
But like, I've seen that where it's like, oh, it's 5 a.m. We could keep this going till 8, and we can get like the West Ham United game going. We could put some bets on it. But to watch any sport that early in the morning is a dedication. Even when they put the NFL on at like 9 a.m. when they do like the Jaguars for the UK game, it's fucking brutal. But this is gonna be I only reason I dislike it is because I just feel it's unnecessary to do it here. I really don't want them doing it here, and I'm biased why I don't want them to do it here. You know,
It's not the stadium I would have picked because it's a fine stadium, but it's not nice.
no. Are you saying it's fine is even a stretch?
I'm shocked that they're not doing it in Dallas or Seattle or like the first U.S. game in Seattle, the second U.S. game in Seattle is. It looked great on TV.
They were even talking about 3 weeks ago. I don't know how this is always just rumors, but they were talking about moving the Jets to a stadium they want to build in Long Island.
I saw that.
That's insane. Because now they're going to go through. Apparently, they're going to. Have you heard, Tony, that they're going to finally do this bridge to Connecticut off 135?
Oh, they are finally.
They are doing
They're
it.
never going to do it.
I don't think. Yeah, they've been talking about it since they built it.
Yeah,
50 years ago.
but that's the rumor. That would be the reason why, because then they can get the fans from New England when they're coming down. Like you want to talk about a horrible traffic situation?
Yeah.
Long Island can't handle anymore.
Yeah, you're going to put more cars on the LIE. Like,
Oh.
it's ridiculous.
where are they proposing this will be?
At the end of 135, they're going to build the bridge that where.
No. Where the stadium?
That I don't know. I didn't see. I don't take that. I think I take the bridge to Connecticut more seriously than I take the stadium for the Jets. One is like the Jets do not deserve a new fucking stadium at all.
And where would you put it? Like,
yeah, Middle Island. Like, try and get. I wouldn't drive out to. I would. It's easier to go to Jersey than it is to go to fucking Middle Island or Manorville or any of those places. But yeah, we'll see.
So one other bit of sporting news I just saw today was the guy on the Golf Channel called Long Island golf fans a stain on golf.
That man could go fuck himself. I sent that clip out to so many golf fans on Long Island, people who play golf. He can go fuck himself because the English are so they're all such gentlemen when we're watching sports. Like no English guy ever insulted anybody. They're talking about the Ryder Cup and they're talking about people
heckling, right?
Heckling, yeah. Fuck you. Fuck you.
This is what he's talking about.
So not only... Yeah, no, that's the problem.
Why don't you respect the tradition?
Because you're going to have these tournaments on Long Island, but you're going to be the Long Island people... They can go fuck themselves. Rory McIlroy gets upset because people call him a faggot. That's what they said. You saw how mad he was when people called him that?
You can get mad about that.
He's English. They invented the word. Like, let's stop it.
Well, it had a different meaning.
That's true. Yeah.
Jim Cornette. Now this is a guy.
It's the first Jim Cornette reference, by the way.
So this is a man who has been threatened with a gun, and I think some people have tried to stab him several times in the South. He always said Nassau Coliseum was the worst fans in the country.
Really?
It was his least favorite place to go to.
Wow.
So do you think Long Island fans are actually the worst?
No, honest to God, no. Like when you hear horror stories about like fans in Philadelphia like throwing snowballs at Santa, it's like it is an East Coast thing. I would say that like Boston, Philadelphia, New York, yeah, you're gonna get like the other reason is our teams are generally very bad, so we're angry about stuff. Like we had our runs, and then
if I go to Bethpage, I expect to get yelled at.
Golf should
at some point.
I'm tired of this.
Just because you're on the golf course doesn't mean you're not going to get yelled at.
I'm also tired of this term, like it's a gentleman's game, like everything like that. No, the world has changed. You should be able to heckle people like whenever you want. If I could affect somebody's foul shots in Madison Square Garden by waving, why they at least give them the respect of they have. That's the only sport where you have to be quiet during a drive. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine that during foul? Like if you had to quiet down Madison Square Garden for a guy to shoot 2 foul shots, it's fucking unreasonable. Fuck them. If also too, you're a celebrity, you get paid very well to play a game. It's not even a sport. Golf is a game, and I've had this argument with people before. If any person could get good at it at an exceptional level without any athletic ability behind it, where like it's a skill, it's a game. Okay, shut the fuck up. Rory McIlroy is worth several hundreds of millions of dollars. Shut the fuck up. Okay. That guy also knew what he was doing. He's rage baiting as well.
Oh, yeah. But I just wanted...
You know how many people went out to Shinnecock after that? They're like, fuck this, we're going. He wants to tell us to be quiet?
You ever been to Shinnecock?
Yeah, all the time. Like, out there to play? I've never played that course.
Or seen...
Or
watched on the course. I don't know. It always strikes me as very strange that they play out there all the time.
It's a beautiful course.
Yeah, it's a beautiful area, but it's just like funny.
I will say this strategically. I don't know why this would happen. It is a very if you take the train out to Shinnecock, they build a station out there for this tournament. But I sound like I know a lot about trains for some weird fucking reason. But it's an easier. As difficult as it would sound to take a train out there to do that, it is so much easier than it would be to take a train 30 miles to the World Cup at the Meadowlands. It's going to be, yeah. But overall, we got into golf, we got into soccer, and the hair transplant. I do need to dive into this motherfucker because I do want your opinion on it. Are we ready for third topic?
Yeah, sure.
And Tony, because you are a music guy, and we are going to discuss music here a little bit, everyone can give their opinion here on it. And I did want to say hi to Francesca. Thank you so much for saying I look great there. I appreciate it. You've seen nothing yet, my friend. You've seen nothing yet. It's only I haven't even peaked yet. I haven't even begun to peak. In my recovery, I've watched every movie and every TV show at least twice. It's one of those where you're bedridden. I watched Oz again. I watched...
Real quick. Have you ever heard of the movie Split Second from 1992 with Rutger Hauer?
No, that's
I just heard of it today, and I can't wait to go home and watch it.
Split Second?
Split Second. Apparently, it's like a Predator ripoff. It's like a Predator ripoff where he's like in London with a big gun hunting an alien or something.
Who's the star of it?
Rutger Hauer.
Who's Rutger Hauer?
He's. Shame on you.
Is that like a? Is that like the?
He's a big action star in his day.
Yeah. He's Roy Batty from Blade Runner. He's the bad guy in Blade Runner.
Oh, okay. Not like Clancy Brown. That one I got a lot of shit for.
But I just because I saw that today and it's on my mind.
Okay,
but it's from 1992. It's right up my alley, and I can't believe I've never heard of it.
Okay, we're gonna add that one. It's probably better than this. I made the mistake because I watched every movie. I watched the Michael Jackson biopic, and on the plane coming home, I watched the documentary on Netflix where more accusers are coming out against Michael Jackson.
Did you watch the latest movie of his?
The biopic, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Okay.
I watched both of them. I watched the documentary, and I watched the movie Michael. The movie Michael, to get into a little bit here, I don't want to make this too movie topic, too much of a movie, because it's exactly what you expect it to be. It's their version of whatever happened. The movie ends, I'm not spoiler alert, in 1988, okay? I wonder why.
Well, right, the story I had heard is that the producers or whoever, they wanted to end with the first accusation.
Yeah.
And the state said you're not even allowed to mention it.
Because his family's in control of it. Like Jermaine's son Jafar played him.
Yeah.
He played him well. I mean, it's his uncle. He's related to him. Like it's not that far a stretch, you know. But they only go into it is the fairy tale version of Michael Jackson's life. The beatings. The guy who played Joe Jackson is the guy who plays Ali on Euphoria. He's a wonderful actor. I can't think of his name. The amount of prosthetics they added to his face to round, because Joe Jackson is a notoriously round face, and this guy does not. He is very narrow. It's wild. I mean, he played him phenomenally, but the beatings are only like you don't even see it. I think it was 2 times, and it's just heavily implied that he hit him with a belt. And
I have a memory of it must have been a made-for-TV movie about the Jacksons growing up.
There's another, yes.
Yeah, that's how I learned what a switch was.
Yes, when you go outside and take a switch. I learned it from Richard Pryor. That's the good Richard Pryor bit where you have to walk and get your switch. I never went through that, but it's a funny bit. It made me really reflect a lot on Michael Jackson as an icon, as a celebrity, as a musician, as a person. What I've come to, like, I'm very torn with him because, like, he is arguably the best entertainer of all time. I mean, like performer. I mean, there's a belief I have with like musicians or like any performer in general, comedians. If a performer or an artist gives you and they feel very like it's important to them to give you your money's worth in the product they provide, that goes a long way with me. Like I'm not a Bruce Springsteen fan by any means, really. Like I think the hype behind him there's a lot of hype behind Bruce Springsteen, but he's notorious for like if you buy a ticket to his show, he's giving you everything you asked for with it. Also, that's also like with Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is a big on like I'm paid all this money, I'm gonna give it all, like, and his movies show with it. You know, like another crazy, batshit crazy person. I feel Michael Jackson's childhood, mid-adulthood, and youth, it's a perfect storm for they created a monster in the sense that there's definitely an underlying mental illness amongst several people in that family that they have certain issues. I believe the abuse made it worse with him. And then when you get into it,
the spotlight too.
The spotlight made it worse, but he also asked for that in a lot of ways too. Like he did want to be the biggest star. No, I didn't mean the abuse. I meant like you gave me a look there, a dark one. He did want to be the biggest star in the world, and then later on in life he complained about it a lot. You know, which is a lot of things. I am a firm believer in that he did do these horrible things to children that he did. A lot of the thing, like there was a documentary that came out called Leaving Neverland where Wade Robson came out later on and said that he molested him all those times, that he was somebody, and this is where my anger comes into it. The family that's accusing him now from the documentary on Netflix and the guys from Leaving Neverland, all of them went on the stand and defended Michael in those trials and said he never did anything inappropriate ever. And now they came out and said that he did. The reason, my guess was always, and I was right, they were being paid off, and it's proven, like you could look this up, the family admits it, they were being paid off from his estate $650,000 a year to say that. That time has ran out, apparently, and now they're coming out. To me, that also takes away from your accusation as well. You know what I'm saying? Because now I don't know if I'm believing you or not. You know? Do I think at the very least, let's say Michael Jackson didn't do anything. Okay.
Right. Well, right. Then it's one of the great tragedies because when you say Michael Jackson's to me, I wasn't alive for like his height. That's what I think about. I don't really. The first thing I think about isn't his music.
Like I don't know how big he. All right.
How big
this
he
is where
was?
I need
He
you.
was the biggest guy
there we
in the
go,
world.
Tony. How big was he in the 80s? How important was like?
Yeah, it was huge, huge. Almost. Well, not that I was alive for this, but it was almost matched what I would learn about Beatlemania.
Really?
Oh, it was huge. When the first time you guys, the Moonwalker's always been around. The first time seeing that, plus it was the time too. There weren't phones, there weren't computers. Cable was just coming, so everybody saw that.
Yeah.
So the next day, everybody's just asking each other, "What was that? Who does that?" And everybody was trying to do it. He was huge.
So, like, when we see, like, growing up, like, Justin Bieber is the big thing amongst... Not even close? Doesn't hold...
Well, in my opinion, no, but when Justin Bieber came out, I'm a lot older. I don't pay as much attention as I did when Michael Jackson came out.
The way I mean this is, like, did everybody like his music? Was it that big a deal? There was just secular group... You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a secular group of girls who like Bieber.
It was... A tiny bit.
Like, did you go buy a Michael Jackson album ever in your life? You're a music guy.
Not at the time.
Okay.
But I did eventually.
Okay.
But I won't say I didn't like it.
Okay.
I take that back. I probably did buy Beat It because of Eddie Van Halen.
That's true.
He's the guitar player on it. But so yeah, I probably did buy it. But
I mean,
it was very limited secular. Like everybody, again, that's why I compare it to the Beatles. I think everybody can say whether they like the Beatles or not. They can probably pick at least 5 songs that they say are good.
I agree. I agree.
Same with Michael Jackson. Like there was no getting around "Beat It" and "Billie Jean" as good songs.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I wouldn't consider myself a Michael Jackson fan, but I like 5 of his songs. Like, I mean, without a doubt.
And there's I think you can't say that about everybody.
No. Yeah. A lot of people you either like him or you don't, and that's whatever. But
he's also in that group similar to the Beatles, but different in this sense. He did change music in the fact that, like, for pop music, how many guys have we seen since Michael Jackson who they're dancing, their videos, their harmony, everything in their music is all inspired. Like, he is the king of pop music. I give him that. Mind you,
I mean, he like invented the Super Bowl halftime show. Basically,
yes, that's
right?
another thing. Yeah.
Like he changed. There was already like a big part of American culture, and then it made this whole other big piece of it.
The sad thing behind that is, and like I was talking about this with my dad when it comes to his father. If his father wasn't as abusive as he was, and he didn't have a childhood, and he wasn't forced to practice, do we get that as a result? And then I said, did we need that as a result? That was my argument. Like, all of the way I grew up knowing Michael Jackson, because I was born in 1990, you were a few years before that, not even making a joke. We grew up during the era of him being Jacko Wacko, the bad guy, and everything like that. My argument with people who defend him is this. Say he didn't molest children, okay? I will also say this before this. I think Michael Jackson might be the most famous mentally ill person of all time. He's up there. In the public eye that everybody knows, yes. People told him, say he didn't molest any children, and at the very least, they were just, like he said, he admitted, sleeping in his bed, being around him alone. It
was strange, but like nothing...
No, it's not even that. If you were accused of abusing children, okay, of being a pedophile, and you got acquitted, and you always held your belief that you were innocent, why would you keep doing these things that, like, if you're not a pedophile, you're real good at making yourself look like that? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if I was accused of arson and like you came to me as a friend, you're like, look, you were acquitted on that. Like, dude, I can't be friends with you if you're walking around with a gas tank and matches all the time. He continued to do it. That's why, in my belief, I genuinely do believe he did this. I also believe he was abused as a child as well. He lines up with a lot of that behavior.
Yeah.
That he stopped like maturing mentally as a kid. He sounds older in the 80s than he did in the 90s and the 2000s.
Yeah. There was bizarre things going on.
He's a case study that he will be talked about for the rest of our lives, if not even after, in terms of all this, because the weight of how horrible he was. As the problem is he was acquitted twice, but it's very similar to like OJ, where it's like, yeah, you were, but you did it, dude.
Yeah. But you paid a lot of people too.
That's what you had an amazing lawyer, Tom Mazzaro, by the way, phenomenal lawyer. But like I think the tainted legacy is worth it. You know, like you can't meaning like there's some people who will block that out.
Yeah.
Like he's very important to me. Oh, it's very like don't get me wrong. As much as I dislike what he did, and I do consider him to be this horrible person, if Beat It comes on, I'm fucking blasting it on the ride home. But overall, how do you feel about him now, Tony? What is your opinion on that? Thanks, both of you.
I try my best, whether it's Michael Jackson, Bill Cosby. I do try to separate the person from the work.
Yeah.
I remember when it first started. I remember going to a party when all that was first starting to come out about Michael Jackson, and this party was a lot of people, and the dance floor was as full as it can get, and they put Beat It on, and I'm telling you, every single person walked off that dance floor.
Wow.
And that's still where I'm at today. I do put it on, I do listen to it, but there are times where I just have a weird feeling about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what are you even talking about? There's a new documentary?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
They just put it on Netflix. Netflix is actually they were talking about that because they're getting sued from his estate because of this. It was a family in New Jersey. Michael had a bunch of these families that he like stayed at their houses and stuff.
Yeah.
Mind you, I will get back to this, but the parents of the children who were putting these kids in these positions are just as guilty as Michael Jackson for doing that. They're putting their children, like a lot of it, they came out in the documentary about the first child, Gavin, and the first child. Why are you smiling at me this whole discussion? The whole discussion, he's been smiling at me. Like, but his parents.
How many times can I get accused that I could still come to your house?
What?
Like, if I got acquitted, I could still come to your house or no?
This is part of the problem, though. Like, I think this is also. I do believe there are people who wanted that situation to happen as well, as horrible as that sounds. Like the parents of the first child, Gavin,
$650,000 is a lot of money,
and now they want more. They're like, oh shit, the movie. A lot of the thing that happens is the estate value goes up when a movie like this comes out. This documentary came out from this family because now they want to re-sue the estate and make more money from it. But a family in New Jersey claims, and they have videos of him at the house staying with each one of the kids and all. They allowed it. But now they're coming out and admit it. They're saying we've been paid off from the estate $650,000 a year since, and now it's that has run out. So now they put out another documentary. It's all the same premises as the other one. They just give detail.
Right, but didn't they pull Leaving Neverland because some people, it was found out after the fact that some of these people were lying?
This one that's what they're going through now. It just came out on Netflix, I think, like 2 weeks ago, and now they're discussing if they're going to pull it because there are some discrepancies in what's going on.
Right.
I am also against accusing, like, even though he's been dead since 2009, I do agree he's not here to defend himself, with the exception of Michael Jackson really never really defended himself well in this argument anyway. He did say he never did it, but then he would get into, like, with the interview with that famous interview with Bashir, where he gets into like he's like what's not, like, where he admits to it openly. You're not doing yourself any favors. If he is innocent and everyone is wrong, I don't blame people for hating him.
It's a very guilty looking innocent
That's what
guy.
I'm saying. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Like I didn't even think of it in comparing him to Cosby, where Cosby was dead to rights on a lot of this. The only reason he got off was because of a decision they tried to double jeopardy him in a sense, right? I think Michael Jackson is hated more than Bill Cosby, though, I would say. Maybe not, depending on the time period when they came out, too. Cosby got wrath for that.
I think the Cosby thing was also, it felt more like a betrayal because of what he was and what he represented.
And the hypocrisy?
Yeah. And so we're like...
There's no doubt that Cosby did it, too.
Yeah. I don't think he's ever even really denied it, really.
Where Michael denied it, there are people that believe Michael. It just seems like we've all kind of come together and with a collective hatred of Cosby now.
Yeah.
So I think Cosby's more hated.
And what we discussed with, like, when I was saying...
Yeah, I know he's a legend and stuff, but I don't think I'd ever put a Cosby record on.
I will say this.
Maybe I'm also not doing comedy, so maybe comedians.
As a
maybe
comedian,
you're still going back to
his Tony will
just how
probably
good
agree
he
with
is.
this.
Himself.
His album is it's one of the most influential comedy albums of all time.
Well, the video is even because the album is edited with. If you watch the video, you get more.
Yeah.
It's called Himself, and it's outrageous. It's one of the best comedy films I've ever seen.
Like when people say their top 5, like when I did my top 5,
yeah.
Cosby should really be in there. Like I remove him from even like a lot of celebrities have their demons where you look into like I love Richard Pryor, but if you heard stories about what Richard Pryor was doing, it's wild. But in terms of how do you feel? Because you're just gonna sit there and smile at me and Tony the whole segment here. I never really asked you how you feel about him.
No, I mean, like I said, I've never been like a huge fan of his, so like it feels a lot easier to just be like disregard him.
Were your parents big Michael Jackson fans?
No.
Pops definitely not.
No, just you know, they were already old by the time he came up, so I mean they would listen to like the Jackson 5 more than they ever really listened to.
I didn't even
Michael.
take that into consideration.
You know,
yeah.
So they never turned that off, but I don't remember them ever like having the records either.
My mom.
They were always more folk people than like pop or.
My mom
like
was a
that.
big Michael Jackson and Prince fan. She grew up in the 80s, so it was like I remember driving home from the beach when I was a kid. Some images that are stuck in my head. She would play KTU all the time. That was her station, my mom. That song, I saw the sign, it opened up. That used to play on the ride home all the time. And the Free Willy soundtrack a lot. That Carry Me. It made a movie. I mean, that's how good he was. He made that movie really good with just the end song. And it did make Prince look better. All of this back and forth, who's better? I mean, Prince is definitely more talented as a musician. He plays every instrument, writes all his own music. Michael didn't write any of his music. That's another thing.
Yeah.
But, I mean, iconic. I mean, they are neck and neck. But you want to talk about this? Prince was abused left and right by his father. And you never hear stories about. I mean, I think he was a womanizing piece of shit. But
but I've never heard. I'm sure there's allegations, but there's allegations about everybody. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a waste. The movie's a big waste of time to watch. Bubbles isn't even a real chimp in the movie. He's all CGI. That was my big point with it, that they did not have a real chimpanzee.
You couldn't bring a real chimp in?
Which tells you probably shouldn't have a chimpanzee as a pet. If they can't wrangle it for one fucking scene in a movie, you shouldn't. But
no mention of Janet at all.
She refused to be a part of it.
I heard that. But, but that stuff bothers me.
Especially, Janet's huge.
Right.
She's the second biggest one, I would say, out of all of them.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, and for her to be like, I don't want anything to do. LaToya is always the one who's been very outspoken about the family and everything like that. And then I didn't even know they had an older sister who was apparently abused the worst, named Rebe. She was only in like some Jackson interviews and stuff as a kid.
Right.
No, she put out music too in the 80s.
She did?
Yeah, and it's not very good, but she...
Nowhere near Janet at all.
Oh, not even close. It's awful, actually.
It's awful, actually.
But she didn't get a mention either in the movie.
Nope.
Nothing.
Nope. That does say a lot too, though. But I wonder who owns the estates. Like, I know companies can buy. Like, Elvis's estate isn't owned by Lisa Marie, I don't think, anymore, right? Like,
I have no idea.
That's something I would like to look into.
I think they have a percentage.
But like corporations can buy the estate of somebody, right? Like your own.
I
think so. Michael Jackson's, I think, is.
You would probably set up like a trust or something.
Yeah. I would hope Lisa Marie gets money from her father's work.
Yeah, who knows?
Well,
yeah. And I think that
dead, you know.
Is Lisa Marie Presley dead?
Yeah.
When?
I don't know, maybe 3-4 years ago, maybe.
Did you know that?
It sounds from. I didn't remember before, but
I know his grandson died. Her son.
Yeah, and then she died after that.
What?
Let me see. Yeah, she had a drug overdose. January 12th, 2023.
Wow. It's all bad. What a somber way to end this episode here. I would like to, by the way, plug that I will be here on July 24th, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be doing a show at the Giggle Room with Mike Keegan. Hugh Murray is going to be on that show. Kathy Arnold will be on that show. I will look out for the other comics on there. There's a few. And, we'll be back on the routine next week. So, Rob, if you want to send them off, I think we'll just end on this horrible note.
Yeah, we'll see you around, kiddo.
See you later, bud.